Exposition of Daniel, page 90. Well, Russia and Iran on Israel's border. Agog, the chief prince Rosh of Meshech and Tubal. And he will come from thy place out of the north parts, the outermost parts of the north, Russia. A mighty army, and Iran with them. And so, back in 2015, as the editor of the testimony predicted back in 1941 on the basis, if you ask me afterwards, Daniel chapter 7, he predicted that the year Russia would move would be 2015, and it did. And here's the ships arriving off the coast of Syria to the north of Israel, quite a bit north of Israel. And here's the port being expanded for Russia. And they're moving. Russia now on the borders of Israel. Indeed, as we expected, brethren and sisters, there he is, Putin. And Russia, right on the borders of the Golan Heights area up there. Yes, there's the United Nations peacekeepers between there, but that's all. And so we can see the scene changing, brethren and sisters. And the Russian Navy off the coast. There it is in the Mediterranean. Here's the ships. And the ships are arriving with weaponry all the time in Syria, coming through the strait, Istanbul, past Istanbul. But now I said to you, Iran is going to be affiliated with them. Here's 10 of the bases in Iran, nuclear bases. There's some of them. And Iran is preparing itself to attack Israel. There's the threat. There's some of those missiles. Some of them are ICBM that can go into orbit and hit any country in the world, America, Australia if they wanted to. So here's the area where they don't have to use ICBMs, where they can launch a missile to hit Israel easily. And so what's going to happen? Well, the start of this year, the leader, the chief of staff of the military, without Netanyahu's approval, stood up and said, look, I've got to tell you this. Iran is preparing just weeks away from a nuclear weapon. And then take that box below. He went on to declare that Iran was just months, if not weeks, away from the nuclear weapon. Yes, it would be bad, very bad. But he was suggesting very strongly that we will act. They will act. And here's some of the pictures of what the paper said. Israel's Iran war scenario. Missiles going from Israel right through to the Iranian countries. That's what they're believing might well happen in the near future. If it is nuclear, brethren and sisters, I suspect we won't be here by then.